Who thought we'd be fighting at a Gothic cathedral? And yet here we are at Cambrian Hall. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time for our Vasily the Matrix Lomachenko, one of the most technically skilled fighters in all of King.
This bout is...
These two have certainly talked the talk. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. No rest for the weary. The straight right just misses. The crowd here cannot wait. They've been buzzing all day long, and finally, we're about to get it on.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Well done with that counter shot. He misses with that jab. These two fighters are made for one another. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
As a flat-footed fight, if you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut them off. Cut the ring off, make the ring small. Put them on the back foot, put them under pressure.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Loma in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Wow, you know, I've been in fights like that.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now, this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Straight right just misses. Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. Nice counter punch right up the middle. You know the scorecards are gonna be... Whoa, wait a minute! Oh, and it's flashing lights for the flash here. He's got to get out of trouble. Talk about Loma in that last round. Oh, on to the third. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Good counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Beautiful counter punch. Swing and a miss with that jab. No rest for the weary. The jab doesn't quite connect. Lomachenko in trouble.
Bambi legs are kicking in. Look at those legs. The legs have gone.
Lomachenko on the canvas.
Oh, no. Come on. Get up. Get up. It can't be over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's putting up
10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Let's talk about Loma. Back at it in round 4. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
One moment changes everything, especially in this division. They miss with the jab. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That counter shot lands. Caution being thrown to the wind. He parries away that left hook. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. You know, there's the bell to start round 5. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Hey, it's the featherweight division. You're going to see a lot of speed in this fight.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
That counter punch caught him clean. he going to punch himself out, though? Nice exchange here from both men. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
The straight right just misses. And he scores with the counter. That hook just can't find the target. Only catching air with that hook. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Wow, it was like two different...
On to the 6th round. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Catch and shoot. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Beautiful counter shot. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Holding nothing back here in the round. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
The perfect counter lands. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Loma in that last round. And there's the bell for round 7. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Those counter punches have to hurt. That hook won't score. That jab won't score. Big shot, and down goes Garcia.
We've seen many shots like that. A simple short shot. Put the fighter down.
Their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
He's got to waste time. Step behind the referee. When he comes in close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it, because if you let him jump back on you again,
Lomachenko is buzzed. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot.
So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. And the kid goes down.
Oh, he's down, he's down. Is he going to get up? He's staggering. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1 round, 2 knockdowns. There's the bell to start round 8. What is this round going to look like after all the drama of the previous round where both of these athletes went down?
One fighter got knocked down earlier, got back up again to knock him down. How are they going to walk back out of this into the next round?
Well, you know with featherweights, the hands are going to be flying. A lot of punch output.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
The straight right just misses. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
A lot of effort being exerted here. The straight right just misses. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. So time to go celebrate. They've been talking the talk. Hugs him along. Here.
This bout is...
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a pro. And there's the bell to start round 1. Nice straight left. A perfect counter shot. Time they throw a shot, they get countered. No rest for the weary. Well done with that counter shot. Nice counter shot. The crowd is dressed to impress here tonight, and the fighters promise to do the same as we cannot wait for this, our main event.
For a fighter walking into a theater.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? And we may see an early stoppage here. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
A real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Good counter punching. And he scores with the counter. Beautiful counter punch. They exchange punches. How about that time counter shot? Good counter punch. That hook was off target. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Neither one of them wants this to go to the judges' scorecards. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Malone in that last round. And a round that seemed like... Here we go for round two. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
Caught up on how many times this guy gets hit. He's a slugger, Johnny, and you know he's just waiting for his opportunity to strike back.
Sluggers just want to mow you down. They want to walk straight through as though you do not exist. You've got to be fit for this one.
Swing and a miss with that hook. He threw a punch and just got countered. Pride of Wales in some real trouble.
Ambulance.
The Prince of Wales is down.
Oh, no, come on, get up. Get up, it can't be over. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you still want to fight.
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
Well, then look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Nice counter shot. Beautiful counter shot. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Talzagi in that. On to the third. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming up? He's getting everything full barrel because I know he's left.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? What's the referee thinking right now? How is this fight still continuing?
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Catch and shoot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A perfect counter lands. No rest for the weary. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched. skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter. He just misses with that jab. That counter shot lands. There's a counter shot. Do you believe what we're seeing? That counter punch caught him clean. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Malone in that last round. Well, he is... There's the bell for round 4. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Counter punch. Just missed with that hook. Nice counter punch right up the middle.
One, two, three, four. One for me.
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
The corner needs to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight's capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
Nice counter punch. He just got rocked.
Oh, I heard that, never by saw it.
Joe Calzaghe just went down.
Oh, what a shot. What, oh my goodness. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we continue.
Talk about Malone in that last. Time for the 5th round. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs would feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Punch, counter punch. Can't find a home for that jab. Beautiful counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Counter punch. That left hook missed. Nice counter shot. That jab gets blocked. Nice counter. Good counter punch. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. talk about Malone in that last. On to the 6th round. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They exchange punches. Got out of the way that right hook. That jab won't score. The old adage is no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Just missed. Whoa, wait a minute. Oh, and Joe Calzaghe just took a heavy shot. The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Got to waste time. Step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee...
They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Talk about Calzaghe in that line. Here we go. It's round 7. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Swing and a miss with the right hook. The straight right just misses. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That counter shot lands. You believe what we are seeing. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? The courage on display here is incredible. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Malone. And we enter the 8th round. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. So he'll fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. Hold that thought. Can you believe this, Joker?
One, two, three, four, five, six. Listen to me. Are you
on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
You need to turn this around halfway through.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. And this might be the beginning of the end for Joe Calzaghe. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. No surprise.